Nestled between Tony Gwynn Drive and Trevor Hoffman Way, this is Petco Park. The national spotlight is on MLB The Show's Game of the Week. The Atlanta Braves and the San Diego Padres. First pitch coming your way next. And now the center fielder, Michael Harris II.
The center fielder, Michael Harris.
And that's off the inside edge. And we're underway from San Diego. Comebacker to the mound. Gets it to first. One up, one down. Here's Matt Olson. 3 hits and 12 trips so far in the series. A swing and a miss, and that's strike one.
0-1.
Ball one there. Swing and a miss as he was late that time.
Well, he just threw that fastball by him, elevated, and if you're not looking up in that location, very difficult to catch up to, especially with that velocity.
Tosses to first.
He's out.
2 quick outs at the top of the first here tonight. Here's Ronald Acuna Jr. at the plate. Homered in the ball game yesterday afternoon.
Ronald Acuna Jr.
That's to third. Tosses to first. And it's a 1-2-3 inning. And we're back. And today's starting pitcher, Spencer Schwellenbach. What should we keep an eye on here?
Yeah, very respectable numbers last year, a sub 350 ERA, and you know, guys like that, you may think, well, they're elite pitchers that are pitching sub twos, they're dominating, but when you can have that kind of consistency, you know you have a chance to win the ball game every time he takes the mound. So, you know, good season last year, opportunity for him to go out there and repeat it this year, possibly even improve. But I tell you what, if this guy's pitching for me and I'm playing in the outfield, I'm loving every minute of it.
As we take a look at the Padres lineup, it features a great veteran presence, Manny Machado.
Boog, this is one of those guys you want at the plate in those big game-defining moments. I mean, he's such a consistent hitter. You got to love watching him in those situations, and hopefully we'll get a chance to see that in this one.
Xander Bogaerts, the next to hit, takes outside. This to third, Riley. Bogaerts retired. Luis Arraez stands in. 4 hits and 11 tries so far in the series. A swing and a soft liner. Oh, he gloves it. An inning in the books tonight, and we're scoreless here on the show. New inning getting started. Now in for the Braves, James Wood.
James Wood.
Pivetta back to work. Swings and misses, and it's 0-1.
No ball, 1 strike.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Comes up empty as he chases that one in the dirt. Beats him for the first out, and that completes the strikeout. Here's Marcell Ozuna. Hitless in the series. He's 0 for 9. Slides for the stop. Throw to first, and they get the out.
We saw a few skills on display there for the out. Technique was great, reaction time was there, and the slide was smooth. Watching that play come together was really fun.
And that one fouled off. Riley with a homer in his last game. And the 0-1.
1-1.
2 outs. That's a strike across the top of the zone.
Looks like a really good fastball today. You can hear that catcher's mitt popping. Looking forward to hearing a lot of that one in this one.
Ball.
Outside. Yeah, that's ball 2. 2 out, space is empty. Lifted in the air, right center field. Tatis after it. Makes the catch, inning over. We'll go to the bottom. Back here at Petco Park. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And the batter will be Fernando Tatis Jr. And the pitch is in for a strike. 0-1. Next offering is fouled back. And that's in the dirt. And there's a ball.
Caught a break right there. Pretty good pitch on the outside corner.
2 strikes.
And a swing and a miss. And that's the first out.
Well, he didn't get the call on the mound the pitch before. Felt like he should have had him looking, I think. But, you know, that's good composure right there. He found a way to come back with another good pitch to get him to swing and miss.
Manny Machado in the box here. Lets that one go for a ball. And that misses. And the count is 2-0. And there's a foul ball. That one outside. And now 3-1. 3-1, and he couldn't come up with it. And that's their first base runner of the game.
Pretty easy walk right there. Last pitch wasn't even much to think about.
Elias Diaz, the next to hit, takes ball 1.
1-0.
That one way inside.
Straighten him up a little bit.
No score here in the second. Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95. Runner on the move. Swing and a foul straight back. 3-2 now. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Machado stands at first with one out. On the ground, 2 ball. 1 at second, and that's 2.
He's out.
Nothing doing for the offense. Welcome back. Let's take a look at how the series has played out so far.
Neto.
First pitch, not close. Neto measures 6 feet even, 24 years old, a former first-round pick in 2022. And that chance handled on to first, and 1 away in the top of the 3rd. Ozzie Albies up to the plate. Just 2 for 11 in the series so far. Swings and misses at the breaking ball in the dirt.
Another 0-2 count right here. Pitcher just in the driver's seat. He can go anywhere he wants to go right here.
Ball.
That's down and in.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Swing and a ball line to center. Merrill tracks it down for the out.
They trust him in center field because he's capable of making plays on the run, and we saw it right there. That's a player you want patrolling center field. Someone who can attack the ball off the bat.
Sean Murphy stands in with 2 away as he takes a ball. Next pitch misses, and now 2-0. Top of the 3rd, no score. And a big swing and a miss.
As a hitter, you got to learn something from that pitch. He clearly wasn't timed up on the fastball. In a 2-0 count, you have to be ready to do damage.
¿Qué tal, Carlos? Gracias por pasarte, tío. Un saludo.
That missed by a lot. And the count's full. Michael Harris II on deck for Atlanta. And that one is lifted in the air. Joe. And that is that. 9. Bottom of the inning. Here's the second baseman, Jake Cronenworth. Close, but called the ball. Ball 1.
1 ball, no strike.
Sí, home play.
The wind of the pitch. Fouled off left side. On the ground to 3rd. Throws across the diamond. 1 up, 1 down. Here's Jason Hayward. Hitless yesterday as they only pushed across 1 run. There's a strike. And that's off the outside edge. And that's ball 1.
1 strike. Inside, ball 2.
And that one clips the corner.
One way to make a guy real uncomfortable at the plate is pound him inside with good velocity. They're doing that right here.
Battling here as he fouls it away. 1 out, base.
No juego online, tío, lo siento.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. Couldn't catch up to the heater.
Good late cut for the strikeout there. That thing really got in on him. And, you know, the cutter isn't really a huge swing and miss pitch most of the time because it's not really meant to move a whole lot. You're just trying to miss the big part of the barrel and maybe get some weak contact. But that one right there did a whole lot more than that. That was a really good pitch.
In for a strike. And now it's even 1-1. That clips the corner.
All sliders so far in this at bat to get ahead in the count, and clearly shows there was a game plan in mind for how to attack him in the box.
2 balls.
Two down, nobody on. Goes down looking. Padres go down quietly, and we're still knotted at 0.
Claro, tío, es que no juego online ahí con gente. Lo siento, tío.
Start of the 4th. Here's the center fielder, Michael Harris II. And that one is inside ball 1.
Close pitch there, and he's kind of wondering where it missed. You know, getting a feel for each umpire's strike zone is something that pitchers and hitters really have to think about and work on from game to game, and sometimes from at bat to at bat.
Swings through that one for strike 2.
1-2.
Waves at the defender for the strikeout.
That's a pretty nasty pitch right there. I'd call it a power curveball in the 80s. It's got so much spin on it, and you really don't have a lot of time to sit back and watch what it's going to do before you have to commit. It was a good one for the swinging strikeout.
Olsen now at the plate as he swings through strike 1.
Strike.
Swing and a miss, and that one missed by a ton.
Man, that was pretty gross right there.
Now this is in the air down the line. Tatis under it. Hauls it in for the out. And there are 2 down. And here is Ronald Acuna Jr. Out towards right center field. Merrill makes his way towards it. Lunges, but can't make the catch.
The left fielder, number
Go
30,
ahead run on base. Now the Atlanta cleanup hitter, James Wood. 0 for 1 so far. Swing and a miss. Strike 1.
0-1.
2 gone, but the go-ahead run is at first. Top half of inning number 4. That one almost got him. In the air, left side. Joe has a beat on it, and that'll do it. Back at the ballpark, and in this series, it has been lights out on the mound as we take a check of the numbers. And the first pitch is drilled in the air out to center. Makes the grab, 1 away. Now here's Xander Bogaerts now. First pitch just misses. There's a strike. Fouled off down the right side. The shortstop takes the ball. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. The Padres hitless so far in the game. That to right. Acuna sizes this one up. Corrals it. 2 away now. Luis Arias, the next up for the Padres. That one missed. 2 down, nobody on. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. That one finds the corner, and the count 1-1. That one the other way. Riley. And he has thrown 4 shutout innings. Back here at the ballpark, let's check out the latest news from around the league. Pivetta back to work. And that one fouled off.
You know, these Braves, they're not going to be happy with the at-bats they've been having so far. Just 1 base runner to this point, and it's not exactly early anymore. They've got players in this lineup capable of sparking something, but it just hasn't happened for them yet.
Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Oh, there's a 3-pitch strikeout. He can do whatever he wants with the baseball right now.
The third baseman.
And the batter now, Austin Riley. Yeah, that's fouled off. One down, base is empty. Dives, and he can't hang on. The throw won't get there in time, and they catch a break as they get a base runner at first.
No problem beating out the infield hit right there. Good hustle getting down the line. Fielder got a piece of it, but the way that thing came off the bat, no surprise at all. He couldn't pick it cleanly. It's a very difficult play, and that swing definitely was deserving of a hit.
Merrill makes the catch. 2 down. Here is Ozzie Albies up to hit. He's 0 for 1. In the air to left center. Joe getting an angle on it. He's got it. And that is that. One left. Back here in San Diego. And now the right fielder, Fernando Tatis Jr. Swing and a miss. There's the slider. 0-1.
You know, these Padres, to put it bluntly, need to put together more competitive at-bats, and I don't think they've lived up to their own expectations at the plate. They really haven't worked many deep counts or long at-bats, and that's fine if you're having a lot of success, but at this point, I think it's time to make an adjustment.
Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
Finished him off by blowing it by him up high, but they did a really nice job of setting that pitch up. The plan of attack early on was to keep everything down around the knees. So that was a good call to change his eye level and run it by him for the K.
Machado takes a ball as he stands in for the second time. On the inside corner for a strike.
Man, this guy's got a great feel for his breaking ball today.
This one in the air, right field. Acuna has it sized up. Hauls it in, 2 away. Here's Elias Diaz. That one misses, and that is ball 1. All tied up. Last half of inning number 5. Outside low, and that's ball 2.
2 balls, no strike.
That one drilled left field. That's back there. And it hits the fence.
A late jump, and I think that was the difference on the play, Boog. It's not always easy seeing the ball off the bat. Something to improve.
Cronenworth in the box now as he leaves that one up high. Fought off foul. The 1-1. And that is out of play. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout. Another inning. And welcome back to the ballpark. Here's Sean Murphy. Swings and misses. And it's 0-1.
Now, there's a certain point where you have to commit to what you think you see, and he guessed wrong right there. Nasty slider with just terrific bite at the end.
And it's strike 2. Just missed.
2-2.
Blows the high heat past him. That's a strikeout.
Well, this guy's been pretty much a non-factor so far this weekend. Very little in the way of impactful at-bats and quality at-bats, and let alone contact. That's the 6th time they've set him down on strikes in the series. So no doubt frustration mounting and very high right now.
Fires over to first. And a couple of quick outs. Here's Matt Olson down. Swinging a foul back. That's out of play. Fastball in for a strike, and it's 0-2.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Cut on and missed, and it's a strikeout, and that. Welcome back. Quite a pitcher's duel so far. Here's how the starters have performed up to this point. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. Hayward, a former All-Star, 35 years old. He joined the team as a free agent.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Schwellenbach winds and deals. Going to count 1-2.
And it really looks like these hitters have been in between with their timing today. Good fastball, excellent slider, but they've not been able to commit to one velocity and stay there.
That one just missing inside. 3-2 now. Got him swinging.
That was a really nice pitch call for that put-away slider right there. You look at the sequence in that at-bat, and he hadn't thrown it yet, so this makes it really tough to recognize and fight off with 2 strikes. I'm sure it looked like a fastball all the way until it wasn't.
Check swing, tried to hold up, now an appeal to first. He did not go around. Fastball, and he gets out of the way.
Yep.
Base is empty, 1 away here in the bottom of the 6th. And that's in for a strike. Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. Gets a piece and stays alive. Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts.
Well, pitchers have become so much better at commanding that high fastball. It used to be that a lot of pitchers didn't like to throw it because it threw off their release point and their mechanics, and they're aimed at keeping everything at the knees, get ground balls. But because hitters get a swing path that can lift balls at the knees up in the air and over the fence, this pitch has come back into play, and they are doing some special things with it.
Just missed.
No.
That's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, you had a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
It's Xander Bogaerts now.
One of the things about that 2-out walk, the base runner over at first base is going to have a very aggressive secondary lead. So a ball down the line or into the gap will produce a 2-out RBI, and those are the best. That is, if you are the offensive side of it.
2 outs.
Ball 1.
Got him. That's his 8th strikeout of the game. Make it 6. Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound, Robert Suarez. This is his 3rd time out this year.
Number 75.
Acuna in the box now. No balls and a strike.
Well, that bat can be a little bit of a dance. Strike 1 here, but a few more pitches. We'll see how it turns out.
Line drive, base hit. A leadoff single, and the go-ahead run is aboard.
Really nice job of 2-strike hitting in that at-bat. He got that front foot down, and pitch recognition was on point. Pretty impressive for an 0-2 count.
Wood swings through it for strike 1. And that one fouled off.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
Next offering upstairs.
I don't think he was trying to miss by that much in an 0-2 count. Just tried to overthrow that pitch.
Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Pulled the string of the changeup. And next for Atlanta, Marcell Ozuna. 0 for 2 in this one. Ripped down the line, way back there. It's got a chance, and it is foul.
Well, that's where you want to be right there. All over that first pitch fastball. Just a little too much hook on it. Straighten that thing out. You get to jog around the bases.
1 away, tie game. Go-ahead run stands at first. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Oh, interesting. He's looking very comfortable out of this.
Out of the bullpen for the Padres, Jeremiah Estrada.
Jeremiah. Estrada.
Riley at the plate with 2 away, swings
No
through that
ball.
one.
One
Well,
strike.
strike one is so critical in a bat like this with a real threat at the plate looking to do damage.
Got him. Third out, and that ends the frame.
Now pitching for Atlanta, number 63, Justin.
First offering
Modo.
misses badly for ball 1. That one is upstairs. That misses the zone, and it's 3-0. So definitely a little wild right out of the gate.
Well, it can be a little tough coming from the bullpen mound to this mound, but you've got to find a way to get ahead in the count quickly. He hasn't. We'll see how this at bat turns out.
Popped up to the left, into foul ground. Drops into the glove, and there's one down. Fernando Tatis Jr. to hit here. Right through there for a strike.
Late in the game, everyone gets a little tighter. Way to get ahead on a really good hitter right there.
Fouled off. He was late. Swing and a miss, and he is down on strikes for the 3rd straight at bat. And now it's Manny Machado. Fastball is outside. And Manny gets a piece. And a swing and a miss.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Base hit. And a go-ahead run is on base. And now it's Elias Diaz. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. And there's a ball. 2 gone. The possible go-ahead run at first. Top of the zone for a called strike. In the air, right side of the infield. Acuna after it. Brings it in, and that will end the inning. 1 left for Sandy. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Yuki Matsui.
Number 1, Yuki Matsui.
In the air, right field. Tatis. Squeezes it, and there's 1 down. So now to the plate for Atlanta, Ozzie Albies. And that one fouled off.
Pretty good pitch there to take a rip at. He wants to get his arms extended. He likes the ball away from him a little bit, just not able to square it up.
1-1.
And it's even up. Bullpen action for the Padres. Jason Adam getting loose out there.
He's gone off speed. He needs to elevate here with 2 strikes out of the zone.
Swing and a miss. That one in the dirt. Gets the out. 2 down after the strikeout.
Just a hammer 12-6 curveball right there, Boog. That was exactly what he wanted to do with it. Not a ton of pitchers can throw a true 12-6 break, but he does. And you can't throw it any better than he did right there.
2 down, nobody on. And we're in the top of the 8th. And a foul ball. And that one is in the dirt. And the count 1-2. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. 2 down, nobody on. Foul ball still, a 1-2 count. Swing and a miss, and he chases that one in the dirt. Throw to first. Got him. Inning over on the strikeout. Bottom of the 8th. Now it's the second baseman, Jake Cronenworth. Slayton back to work. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. That one misses, and that's ball 1. Ground ball to the right side, and it's through for a hit. Off to a good start with a leadoff knock.
Always feels amazing getting a job done when the team needs you to come through. It's just bigger than your own individual stats. He kind of rolled over on this pitch a little bit, but he got enough behind it to shoot it through for a knock, and you'll take that anytime you can get him to find a hole.
That one not close. 1-1. Just missed. This one in the air, center field. Makes the catch, and there's one gone. Next for the Padres, Connor Joe. Right through there for a strike. One away. Tie game. Go-ahead run stands at first. Clips the corner, and it's 0-2. And a swing and a miss. Beat him with a fastball.
Dominating strikeout there on just 3 pitches, and that's what a good power pitcher can do to you. If he's hitting his spots, filling up the strike zone, sometimes he bats over before it really begins.
2 outs. Check swing. No appeal. And it's a ball and a strike. Swing and a ground ball. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. All set for the start of the inning. And now here is Michael Harris II. On the ground, right side. And he handles it himself for the out. Matt Olson up to the plate. 0 for 3. A fly out, a ground out, and a strikeout. Hard hit left side. Sends it across to first. And Olson is set down. And here is Ronald Acuna Jr. Scoreless here, but now he's got to deal with a guy who's got some power. Got to be careful when you're talking about a hitter with this type of slug and these type of home run totals. Swinging a foul straight back. That one missed.
It's getting squeezed a little bit here late.
Foul ball there. All tied up here at the top of the 9th. That misses, and the count's full. James Wood in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. Swing and a miss, and he got him. And good work there. Back now as they hand the ball to a fresh arm to start the bottom of the 9th. Raisel Iglesias.
And we all know about his slider. It's just filthy, man. And one of the better ones in the game, I'd say. Spin rate's very high, and it just breaks a ton.
Late swing, fouled off. Swing and a foul back, and that's out of play.
Two.
Swing and a chopper. Bogart's retired. And here's the first baseman, Luis Arraez. 0 for 3 in this. This one. Jurickson Profar. He's out in left field getting loose there as he enters the game on defense now.
Number 7.
Clips the corner, and that is strike 1. Base is empty, 1 away. We're in the last half of the 9th inning. That got him. And the potential winning run is aboard. Tatis swings through it for strike 1.
0-1.
Off the mark there, and the count even 1-1. Breaking ball misses down and away.
Back-to-back breaking pitches away, you get the feeling as a hitter that the pitcher's afraid of you, that he doesn't want to challenge you. So I think the confidence level is raised right here.
Runs it up to 96 to record the punch out. Here's Machado. Not even close there. Ball one. 2 outs, but the winning run is at first. And that one is downstairs, and it's 2-0. Right through there for a strike.
No, that's the ball.
Home plate umpires trying to tighten things up a little bit.
Trying to send this to extra innings. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Well, interesting, he went with the off speed and walked the hitter. Man, you got to challenge the guy with the fastball.
Diaz in now, takes ball 1 off the plate. Swing and a foul out of play. Winning run in scoring position with 2 away. Next offering is in for a strike.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Swung on, belted. Profar giving chase. The winning run crosses the plate and they walk it off. And an automatic double as it hops the fence. And the Padres walk it off for the win.
Well, you come into the 9th inning, it's a tied ball game. No one really wants to play extra, so everyone's looking at how we can get this game over with in regulation. Well, they got the run they needed, put 1 up, and they put 1 in the win column.
And a 1-0 final score here in this one. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. We'll see you soon for the next Game of the Week. Live from Dodger Stadium, we've got baseball on the show. The Atlanta Braves taking on the Los Angeles Dodgers. First pitch coming your way next. About to get started here. And today's starting pitcher, Shohei Ohtani.
Anytime you have 5 pitches to work with on the mound, that repertoire can be a real weapon in terms of keeping hitters off balance, man. It's one of those things that I'm going to be looking for in this one. Does he have a feel for all of those pitches, or is he just able to get 1 or 2 over in the strike zone where he wants? Now, it's tough to do to be able to command all those pitches, but if he can, he is going to be very tough for the opponent today.
That's
2-1.
way outside, and it's 2-1. On the ground to third. Tosses to first out, and the first out of the game is an easy one. Here's Acuna now.
Right fielder, Ronald
Well, Boog,
Acuna
it's obvious baseball
Jr.
has become a specialized sport, yet here's this unicorn on the mound capable of doing everything. I love his attitude, too.
0-1.
1 out, bases empty. Swing and a miss. And it's 0-2.
Most players focus on hitting or pitching,
strike.
and some pitchers are extremely situational, but two-way players, just a
1-2.
different breed, man. It's so impressive to see what they do.
Swing and a miss. And he's down on strikes. And there's 2 down.
Batting third, first
2
baseman,
outs, base is
Matt
empty.
Olson.
And now Matt Olson up to hit. And it's fouled away. Swings through the sweeper.
You tie a guy up like that, you're feeling like you are in command.
And that one almost got him.
See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you get hurt.
Strike 3, went back to the sweeper and got the strikeout. And at the plate for the Dodgers, Freddie Freeman. That one finds the corner. It's 0-1. And ball 1.
That's a really good job of laying off the 0-2 high fastball. Is going to make that pitcher really have to respect this hitter, even though he's behind in the count.
Got him. 1 gone here. Hesung Kim will hit next. That one ripped. And no one can get there. And that's going to roll to the wall. Now around second, going for third. And he's got himself a triple.
Went up there looking to be aggressive and got something he could handle. Really nice job to take that inside pitch and pull it into the gap. He could have easily spun off of it or just been tied up. He stayed short to the baseball, and he was thinking triple right out of the box.
Just missed. Swing and a high fly ball deep left field. And it gets into the corner, but it's foul. Kicks and deals. And there's a ball. No score here, but a runner at third with 1 down. Struck him out looking. He's got to be frustrated with that call.
Oh, that was such a great opportunity to grab the lead. You had the infield back. All you've got to do is just put the ball in play on the ground, and you drive across a run. It's a frustrating outcome for the hitter. Now, still have a chance, but it's probably going to take a clutch hit with 2 outs.
Max Muncy at the dish. That's a base hit. Run scores. And it gets by him. Still manages a throw. And he'll pull into second safely.
Mission accomplished there as he picks up the RBI to give him the lead. As soon as that one shot off his barrel, he was thinking extra bases. Really nice job of getting the bat out front, but not hooking around it or rolling over it. Just kept the swing on plane and smoked that thing into the gap.
And down on strikes he goes. That ends the inning, and they limit the damage. Dodgers with a run-scoring double. It's now back here in L.A., top of the second. Here's the left fielder, James Wood. Ohtani back to work. Swings and misses. Strike 1.
Cold night like tonight, last thing you want to do as a hitter is get jammed or even off the end. Trying to find that sweet spot on the bat. Tell you what, you're going to be trying to catch things out front, so off-speed pitches may be a good complement to that fastball.
Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts.
Just blown away in that at bat. 3 fastballs, all strikes. He wasn't even able to foul one off. There's not much you can take away from an at-bat like that as a hitter other than maybe there's something wrong with your eyes. He's got to have better timing on the fastball next time.
And a swing and a miss. Time to look at our umpiring crew in this one. Kenny Jansen behind the plate.
Yeah, and expect a little inconsistency on the corners. He doesn't make any wild calls, but he does give and take there a little bit. So he doesn't have the easiest strike zone to figure out, especially as the game goes on, when you're expecting it to become more consistent. Well, he's really dialed in, and this offense is going to have to do something to try to break that rhythm. Maybe it's square around the bunt, step out of the box, agitate him a little bit, do something that just changes what's happening right now, because at this pace it's going to be a long game, so you got to figure it out quickly.
That's a ball.
On the ground. Zips it to first. And it's a 1-2-3 inning for the bottom half of inning number 2. Here's the veteran outfielder, Teoscar Hernandez. There's the strike, 95 of that one. And that gets the top of the zone for a strike.
No ball. 2 strikes.
Foul ball. It stays 0-2. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Right through there. Got him. Make it 4 strikeouts for him on the bump today. Will Smith to the plate. Popped up. Neto snags it for the second out. The batter will be Michael Conforto. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. 2 outs, base is empty. And that one is in for a strike. Line to right, and that'll be a base hit. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive.
Solid swing from start to end, on time with everything, really good balance, nice extension, and he met it out front for the line drive knock.
Ball.
Inside. And that's ball 2. Conforto leads off first with 2 down to the inning. Popped in the air, left field. Wood makes the play. That is the inning. Back here at the ballpark, let's check out the latest news from around the league. There's a swing and a miss.
You know, these Braves definitely being aggressive at the plate, but I think it's fair to wonder if they're being a little over-aggressive. The numbers tell us they're swinging at the first pitch more than 90% of the time, and that's an extremely high number, especially when you're not getting results, Boog.
And down on strikes. He picks up his 5th strikeout on the hill. And here comes Ozzie Albies to the dish. No hits in the shutout yesterday afternoon. Swing and a miss. That's strike 1.
No ball. 1 strike.
To third, Muncy. Throws to first. Out. First 2 batters retired here in the top of the 3rd. So here's Murphy now. Inside, almost got him.
I mean, that's perfect location, right on the black. I mean, over and over again, this guy demonstrates the ability to hit those spots. They're so tough to do anything with as a hitter.
Hit hard on the ground to short. Betts whips it to first. And it's a 1-2-3. Back here at Chavez Ravine. Next to the dish is Freddie. Freeman hits it in the air. And out number 1 on the grab. Hae-Sung Kim steps to the plate for the Dodgers. And there's a strike. Kim bats left, throws right, batting second in today's lineup, and he's a native of South Korea. Bunt attempt, but that goes foul. 1 down, base is empty. In the air to left, down the line. And that's a foul ball. Swing and a miss, struck him out.
He had him out in front, which isn't easy to do against a hitter like this, known for using the entire field. Just couldn't sit back long enough on that one.
Here's a high fly ball out to center. Harris makes the catch, and that'll do it. Back here at Dodger Stadium as we go to the top of the 4th. Now it's going to be Michael Harris II. The pitch. And there's a foul ball. And that's how they get their first base runner of the game. And now it's Ronald Acuna Jr. He struck out swinging at his first at bat. Oh, he doesn't get the call. Ball 1.
1 ball, no strike.
Fought off foul. Tying run is at first. Top half of inning number 4. Yeah, that's fouled off.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
Swing and a line drive ripped out into right center. That's a base hit. And now runners at the corners, nobody out.
Just so sound in his mechanics. Hits against a firm front side, and the hands just continue to carry through the middle of the field.
And a dangerous hitter coming to the plate. And now the first baseman, Matt Olson. And that one fouled off. Harris on third. Acuna on at first with nobody out. Way inside. Ripped to third. Fired to second. They get the out, but the run scores on the twin killing.
First and third, nobody out. You're thinking you've got it lined up for a pretty big inning right here. So that double play is pretty deflating. They get the run in, but now they're starting all over.
Now here is James Wood. Went down on strikes his first time through. In the air, center field. Outman settles under this one, and that is that. Bottom of the 4th, Muncy digs in. That misses. 1-0. Swing and a liner foul off to the right. Just missed.
Looks like he's being a little cautious with him in this at bat after doubling the first time up. Doesn't want to make another mistake.
That one fouled off. 2-2. And there's a ball.
Full count.
Lifted in the air, right field. Acuna settles under it. Puts it away for the out.
Maybe caught that one off the end just a little bit. Couldn't quite barrel it up enough to really drive it.
Ground ball right side. Albies over to first. Out. And Betts is gone. And now Teoscar Hernandez. Late on that fastball.
0-1.
2 down, nobody on. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. Swing, and that ball smashed on a line. Reaching down and makes the grab. Dodgers go down quietly. Still tied 1-1. Welcome back.
Leading
Quite a
off
pitcher's
the
duel
frame,
so far.
the
Here's how the
designated
starters
hitter,
have performed up to this
Ozuna.
point. Ohtani back to work. Tap foul at the plate.
You know, these Braves, as you probably noticed, haven't been shy at the plate at all. In fact, they've probably been too aggressive at times. They're swinging at more than 70% of the first pitches they've seen today, and it's just not working out for them.
And a swing and a miss. So he picks up his 6th strikeout of the ball game. Here comes Austin Riley. First time up, he grounded to third. And a foul ball.
So those first pitch numbers tell me they should try to find a way to slow this game down a bit. Things have been moving just too quickly for them at times.
Comes up empty. All tied up, and we're at the top of the 5th. Outside low. It's a ball and 2 strikes.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
On the ground, right side. Throw on to Freeman. And the first 2 set down in the top of the 5th. Zach Neto next up for the Braves.
Went down looking on 3 pitches last time. Let's see if he can be a little more aggressive right here.
Ball 1 there.
1-0.
Swing and a miss as he chases that one darting out of the zone.
1 strike.
Swing and a pop-up in foul ground. Muncy sizing this one up. Great catch, foul ground up against the wall. And we're back. We head to the bottom of the 5th. And up to the plate is Will Smith. And that is out of play.
You know, these Dodgers, digging into their numbers, have to be happy with the swings they're taking. They've hit 7 line drives already, and even though some of them have been for outs, there's nothing wrong with delivering consistent, hard contact. That's almost always going to lead to positive results.
Wood gets under it, puts it away for the out.
Up next,
Michael
for the
Conforto will
Dodgers,
climb in.
right
1 for
fielder,
1 with a single so
Michael
far.
Conforto.
Popped up to the left into foul ground. 2 down. And up next for Los Angeles, James Outman. Swings and misses. 0-1.
No ball, 1 strike.
In the air, pretty deep out to center field. He's got it, and that is that. We played 5 full. And welcome back to the ballpark. Start of the 6th, John Sciambi with Chris Singleton. And leading off, Ozzie Albies. Swinging a foul straight back.
The healthy cut, tough pitch at 98, but a really good pass at the ball.
Swings and misses, went with the sweeper.
Just an outstanding job of spinning the baseball, moving it around, doing what he does.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. Picks up strikeout number 7. Here's Sean Murphy. Grounded out his first time. Base hit center field. And now the lineup turns over with 1 away.
Look, I don't think that pitch would have been called a strike, but he did such a nice job of pulling his hands tight to the body and just getting enough of the barrel on it to be hard enough back up the middle for a knock.
Harris swings through it for strike 1.
0-1.
Swing and a miss, and he was fooled.
Pretty frugal guy.
No ball.
He is very efficient with the pitch count in this one.
Got him! Strikeout number 8.
Came after him with the fastball on 0-2, and that's a pretty good demonstration of what power pitching is all about. He's got the stuff, obviously, and right there he used it to put his opponent away without needing to waste any pitches.
Swing and a high fly ball, well struck. That's back there. Going, gone! And they add a pair. It's 3-1. He only needed 1 swing to square it up.
Not wasting any time in that at bat, Boog. Aggressive, and it paid off. Luke. I wasn't sure he hit that one as hard as he needed to get it out of here, but it had just enough behind it for the homer. What an attempt at the wall, though. He really gave a terrific effort to try and bring that one back.
Base is empty with 2 away. Here is Matt Olson. 0 for 2 in this one. And that one fouled off. Swing and a miss. And the count is 0-2. Activity in the bullpen for the Dodgers. Kirby Yates, a right-hander with big strikeout stuff, is getting it fired up. Vesia getting cranked up as well. The 1-2. Fouled off the plate. They'll do it again. Base is empty, 2 away, but 2 runs are in, and we're in the top half of the 6th. That's towards center. Outman right there to make the grab. And that is that. But 2 come across to score in the inning, courtesy of this 2-run homer. It's now a 3-1 ball game. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. Back here in L.A., well, we go bottom 6. And here's the first baseman, Freddie Freeman. Fly ball to right. Under it is Acuna to make the grab.
Lefties can definitely be a little pull happy up there, especially with pitches that they see pretty well. That was a good example. He hooked an outside pitch, hit that ball in the air to right, just not with much authority.
That one's in there, and it's 1-1. The Dodgers down by a pair here in the bottom of the 6th. And it is 2-1.
2 balls, 1 strike.
And that one is inside.
He hasn't fallen behind in the count like this all day. He's in danger of walking his first batter right here.
That's ball 4. Tried another fastball, but missed the spot. 1 gone, runner at first. Shohei Ohtani steps to the plate for the Dodgers. That clips the corner.
Now this team is definitely looking for a big swing of the bat right here. Try to close that gap. But, you know, at the very least, if you could find a way to manufacture that run from first, it feels like it's really important to getting back into this ball game.
1-2.
Kim, the base runner at first with 1 out. Runner on the go. Throw to second. Tag. Out at second.
That goes to show you stealing a base is a tough thing to do and far from a sure thing, even with big-time speed. It's not easy to catch him, but that was a great catch and throw. Quick, not rushed, and accurate.
Swing and a miss struck him out, and it's a 3-up, 3-down inning. Nothing across here this half. 7th inning. Kirby Yates gets the ball now.
Just trying to keep this one close here. And this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
Fouled off. He was late. Yates, multi-time All-Star. He features a 4-seam fastball, a splitter, and he works in a slider. That's off the inside corner, and now it's even 1-1. Late on that fastball.
Threw that fastball right by him, slightly elevated. That's a confidence boost for this guy out there on the mound. See if he continues to climb the ladder.
Fouls it off, still 1-2. Cut on and miss, struck him out. 1 away.
Man, he got a real good pitch to hit right there with 2 strikes. You cannot miss that. Not a great slider at all. And I tell you what, that's where you've got to do damage. He looked like he was on time getting the bat through the zone. but he just caught air.
Ozuna, the batter now as he swings and misses for strike one.
This guy's usually not one to chase pitches off the plate, but he did there. We'll see if he can tighten up his zone a little bit.
Swing and a miss. 0-2.
No ball.
Bases empty,
2
one
strikes.
away here in the top half of inning number 7. Next pitch is outside.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Third time he struck out in this one, and definitely an individual performance you want to flush. He just hasn't looked very comfortable up there. Just one of those days. But when you're still winning the ball game, at least you can focus on doing your part to maintain that lead and getting that W.
No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. Back here at Chavez Ravine. Bottom of the 7th. Now it's the Dodger cleanup hitter, Max Muncy. Pitch misses there, and that's ball 1.
Timing issues can snowball quickly, and that's what we're witnessing here. This lineup's inability to lock onto the pitcher's delivery is causing a few awkward swings.
Fastball in the inside corner for a strike. Next pitch in for a strike. It's 2-2.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Fouled off. And they'll do it again. Now a pop-up on the infield. Neto should have this one. Makes the grab, and there's one away.
That was a good hard fastball with some nice ride up in the zone right there. Hitter looked like he was on it, but I think that velocity at the end just beat him. Instead of a line drive or something hit deep, it's a pop-up and an easy out for the defense.
Cut on and lifted in the air. And Acuna able to make the grab. And there's 2 down. Here's Teoscar Hernandez. Ball 1, no strikes.
Well, I think the key, I mean, if he can get through one more inning, anything after that, a hitter or 2 is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
Hit in the air, left field. Wood hauls it in to end the inning. So they go quiet.
Now pitching.
Left-hander out of the bullpen, Alex Vesia.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Touches down, that's a hit. And the leadoff man aboard.
Now batting, second baseman, Ozzie Albies.
Ozzie Albies up to the plate. In the air, right side. Conforto on his way over. And there's one down.
Now batting, catcher, Sean Murphy.
Now in for the Braves, Sean Murphy. 1 for 2. Now snap throw to first. Neto back on a dive. And first offering is fouled off. Neto over at first with 1 away. Next pitch is outside.
1-1.
Swing and a miss. Nice changeup.
1-2.
And that one inside and it hit him. He had 2 strikes on him, and he hit him. 2 on with 1 out. Michael Harris the second. Now at the plate. High fly ball out towards left field. Going back. And it one-hops the wall. Doesn't stop. Heads for home. He'll score easily.
Picks himself up an RBI. Put a pretty good swing on that one as he drove it out to deep left. Didn't quite have the right combination of launch angle and exit velocity to get it over the fence, but you're never going to be disappointed with extra bases.
Now batting.
Here's Ronald Acuna Jr. at the plate. Back in the 6th, he drove a 2-run shot out of here to help them get the lead they're working with.
Yeah, definitely one of the bigger moments in this game so far, and it could be one we look back on when this game is over as well.
On the ground to the left. Slings it across.
He's out.
And Acuna retired.
Good fade and sinking action of that changeup. Got that hitter to roll over.
And a dangerous hitter coming to the... So with 2nd and 3rd occupied, they go for the intentional walk. Bases now loaded, and there's a force at every base. So bases all loaded up. Now the Atlanta cleanup hitter, James Wood. And that one is popped in the air, shallow center. Base hit, 1 run in already. Another comes in to score. It's 6-1.
Big one there as he drives in a couple of runs. These days, most outfielders play pretty deep, and I'm not sure if that was a factor there or not, but off the bat, you're thinking it's going to be a pop out, and it just kind of nestled into that spot where no one...
1st and 2nd, 2 outs. Here comes Ozuna up to the plate. 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts. And a foul ball. Swing and a miss. And it's 0-2.
It's a tough day at the plate. 3 strikeouts already. It's hard not to think negative, but you got to find a way to somehow center up the baseball and put it in play.
2 outs. Couple of base runners at 1st and 2nd. Line to left. He's there. He's got it. And that'll do it. So they get 3 runs on 3 hits. On to the bottom of the 8th. The batter now will be Wills.
Now pitching for Atlanta.
Pitch misses. And it's 1-0.
Brian Abreu.
Now one missed.
2-0 to count. Ball up.
That one misses. So a leadoff walk.
It's tough after falling behind a hitter, 2 balls and no strikes, but now at least he gets a fresh start against a new batter, but he needs to get back into the strike zone and start pitching with conviction. If you're going to get something going, this is the time to do it. You get the leadoff man on. Everybody's got to look over the shoulder and say, I'm just going to keep the line moving. Don't try to do too much.
Runner at 1st with no outs here. Swing and a ball ripped right field, and that one back, and that one is gone. A 2-run homer, his first homer of the year, and they close the gap. It's 6-3. That was blasted.
Absolutely, no doubt off the bat.
Strike 2.
There might be time to choke up a little bit, get that front foot down early, maybe even just spread out. He's really late right now.
Got him looking. And that's the first out. Nice recovery after giving up the homer. Here comes the 2024 World Series MVP to the plate. Freddie Freeman was good all postseason, but man, the World Series was something else.
Yeah, probably the easiest MVP choice of any World Series, which is especially impressive with the amount of superstars on the Dodgers. Freeman tied a World Series record with 12 RBIs, and we'll never forget that walk-off grand slam in Game 1.
2 down, nobody on. He swings and fouls one off.
Well, it's critical right here that they bear down and turn in some quality at bats. Try to chip away at that lead, because if it gets to the 9th, that closer's coming in.
Wood makes the catch. And that is the 3rd out of the inning. But not before they're able to draw closer with this blast. And they've doubled up now. All set to start the 9th in this one. Here's the 3rd baseman, Austin Riley. Bonda, 31 years old, and he was a 10th round pick. back in 2012. The Dodgers bullpen with some action. Clayton Kershaw looks to be getting ready for manager Dave Roberts. Next offering is fouled back. Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. Swings and misses, struck him out. And next for Atlanta, Zach Neto, 1 for 3. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 1.
No balls, 1 strike.
The shortstop takes the ball. That misses, and it's 2-1.
2-1.
That's to third, and foul ball. Next pitch way upstairs. Outside, and that is ball 4.
Well, he tried to nibble right there and just missed his spot. Hitter didn't offer at it. Now he has somebody to worry about over at first.
Smoked into left, base hit. Quick throw back in. Lead runner holds at second with 1 gone.
Well, I'm not saying that play was easy, but it was harder than it needed to be thanks to the bad jump. Those small moments can be costly.
Here's the catcher, Sean Murphy. Foul ball. Runners at first and second with 1 gone here at the top of the 9th. Next one misses, and the count is 1-1. And there's a ball.
Good spot for the hitter. Definitely has the advantage in this count with runners on. Look for him to be aggressive on this next pitch.
Fouls one off. 2-2. Stays alive. In the air, out towards left center. Makes the catch. Runner tags at second. The tag gets him, and it's a double play.
Now pitching for Atlanta.
We're back, and on the mound is the closer, Joe Jimenez. He comes in with a chance for his second save of the season. Ohtani leading things off and takes a strike. Swing and a high fly ball in the air left field. Wood under it. Makes the catch for the out. He's 2 outs away. And next for L.A., Max Muncy. First pitch misses. Jimenez, he's made a name for himself as a very effective reliever, but not really what you expect from a bullpen arm these days because he's not out there racking up Ks. That one's spoiled, and the count now 2-1.
I think it's the deception and his ability to change arm angles and slots and give hitters different looks within one at bat. They're never able to get comfortable. When you only see him once, a lot of times he has success.
Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. So last chance for the Dodgers. Here's Mookie now. Hit to right, and that should do it. He's got it. Ball game. And the Braves take game 1 of the series on the road.
It's always nice to grab the opener of a series. You come into a new ballpark, and just sometimes things aren't as comfortable as what you've been used to. The mound doesn't look straight. The background isn't what you like, but they didn't let any of those things distract them. In fact, they looked like they were playing a home game. Excellent job to set the tone for this series.
Coming to you live from Southern California. A great night for baseball ahead on the show. The Atlanta Braves taking on the Los Angeles Dodgers. First pitch coming at you right after the break. Just a little bit away from first pitch. And on the hill, Blake Snell.
Comes into this start sporting a lifetime ERA just over 3. He's been pretty great for most of his big league career. Can't wait to watch him in this one.
All right, ready to go here. And here is Ronald Acuna Jr. Swing and a miss. Missed that by a mile. And that's how he gets started here in Los Angeles. 0-2 now as he swings through it.
Cold night tonight, Boog, and that's a pretty firm fastball right there. I tell you what, memories of getting jammed, they are creeping into my mind right now.
Down to the dirt, swing and a miss. Smith gathers, throws in time. And a drop third strike leads to the first out. Here comes Austin Riley. Pop foul out of play off to the right. Riley was a kid in high school that was scouted by most teams as a pitcher. In fact, 95% of the teams wanted him as a pitcher. And I actually asked him, were you interested in being drafted as a pitcher? And he told me directly, no, I hated it. My arm hurt all the time. 1 out, bases empty. Foul ball, still 0-2.
Also really good at bat. What I like about this guy, his bat stays in the zone for a long time. Gives him the ability to foul off tough pitches.
That one's upstairs, ball 1.
He really committed to that fastball up at the top of the zone. He knows that if he makes a mistake in the zone, it gets hit hard by a power guy like this. That's a nice miss right there.
2 down, bases empty. And now it's Matt Olson's turn to hit. First pitch doesn't find the zone. Foul ball there.
A little tardy on that fastball. Is going to have to get it going a little quicker. Get that front foot down.
Center field. Edman under it. Nabs it. And that's the third out. Bottom of the first. Now a chance for Freddie Freeman. First offering, and it just misses. Sale, an all-star a season ago. He features a slider, a four-seamer, a changeup, and he works in a sinker. Wood pulls that one down. 1 up, 1 down. Miguel Rojas at the plate. And that's outside. Ball 1. Just missed. There's a strike, and it's 2-1. Just off the outside edge. Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Good battle here. About to be the 8th pitch of the at-bat. Draws the walk there. It wasn't easy, but he earned that walk after a long at-bat.
Man, that's a tough one to take on the full count, but I guess he saw it really well. It's a really nice plate appearance.
Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95. Good eye in that spot.
Too close for me, partner, to take that 0-2 fastball, but for whatever reasons, he let it go by. He's still in the at-bat. I don't think he'll let the next one go.
And makes the grab. Out number 2. Here comes Max Muncy. Good power, not great in the OBP department. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike. Just missed.
That's the ball.
2 gone, but the go-ahead run is at first here in the second game of the series. Misses off the inside. 2-1. Top of the zone, and it's called a strike. Hit in the air, right field. And that'll fall for a base hit. And now first and second with 2 outs.
Hooked around that pitch on the outside, but he was still able to square it up pretty nicely. And that takes quick, strong wrist to pull that off.
Teoscar Hernandez in the box here. Lets that one go for a ball. Strike 2, and there's a real chance they get out of this without allowing a run. Not close with that one, and the count's even at 2. And a pop-up right side, foul territory. Brings it in, and that is the inning. Back here at Dodger Stadium. Now it's the DH, Marcell Ozuna. In the air, left field. Hernandez settles underneath it. And it's caught for the out. So digging in, Michael Harris II.
Blake Snell on the mound today, and everyone knows he's got a great shoe collection, but his trophy cabinet's pretty full as well. He's won multiple Cy Young awards, one in the American League with the Rays and another in the National League with the Padres.
That's off the mark. 2-1.
Snell won his second Cy Young award in 2023, the same season he led the majors in walks. That doesn't happen very often, but it wasn't the first time. Early Wynn did the same thing in 1959 with the Chicago White Sox.
And it's fouled away. Second inning here, no score. Swing and a line drive ripped out into left center field. That'll touchdown for a hit. Around first and hustling for second. And he'll pull in there with a stand-up double.
Just so sound in his mechanics. Hits against a firm front side, and the hands just continue to carry through the middle of the field.
Here is Ozzie Albies up to hit. Fouled off left side. 1 out and a runner at second here at the top of the second. Hit on the ground to short. Bats up with it. In plenty of time to first, and Albies is retired. So 2 down now, and here is James Wood. Gets him to chase after that one.
I think he was sitting off speed there.
Swing and a miss.
You know, Booth, every team has a hitters meeting pregame, but this lineup seems way too anxious, aggressive. You wonder what they talked about.
That one off the mark. Now 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Line drive, makes the play, and it's out number 3. Braves strand 1. And welcome back to the ballpark. Bottom of the second, and up to the plate is Will Smith. And delivers outside.
That's a ball. 2 balls, no strikes.
Swing and a fly ball in the air out towards right center field. Under it is Acuna to make the grab. 1 down. Here's Kike Hernandez. Just missed.
Ball. One ball, no strikes.
Oh, he doesn't get the call. 2-0.
2-0.
Fastball for a strike.
Man, that pitch was dotted.
2-1.
So much talent on display when this guy's out there on the hill.
He swings and hits a fly ball center field. Harris makes a nice running catch. Tommy Edman at the plate.
Oh, those can be pretty fun as an outfielder. Got to put it into his highest gear and go a long way to track that one down. Nothing better than that. You feel like a wide receiver playing football.
2 outs. Swings through that one.
Good late sink on that fastball. Out of the hand, looks so good. And then by the time he gets in the hitting zone, hard to get the barrel to it.
And Acuna able to make the grab. Dodgers down. Well, here we go. Top of the third, scoreless game. So now to the plate for Atlanta. Zach Neto. Fought off foul. Neto playing up the middle at short. 24 years old. And they traded for him earlier this year. Next pitch is outside. Ground ball left side. Hernandez over to first in time. And a quick out, number 1. Here's Sean Murphy. And that one fouled off. One down, base is empty. Swinging a foul back. That's out of play. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. And the pitch. And a foul ball. He stays alive. This one in the air. Rojas pulls it down and he makes the catch. That's out number 2.
Going to have a little more discipline in future at bats. That pitch looked good, but you can't hit it. It was just too high in the zone. You usually see a swing and miss or weak contact in the infield.
Edman makes the grab, and that is that. As we go to the last of the third, and at the plate for the Dodgers, Andy Pajes. Check swing, and that's a ball. Fouled off down the right side. On the ground to short, Neto. One gone, bottom of the third inning. Back to the top of the Dodgers order. Freddie Freeman will come up to hit. Swing and a miss. There's the slider. And it's 0-1. And that one upstairs, ball 1. The 1-1 is fouled off. Swing and a ball lifted left field. Brings it in. And there's 2 away. And up next for Los Angeles, Miguel Rojas. Just off the outside edge. And that's ball 1.
1-0.
Strike 1.
Talk about tying a guy up. That was ugly.
1-1.
So a foul ball makes it 1-2.
Some real good life going through the zone on that one.
Ground ball right side. And it goes just foul. High in the air out to right. Acuna there. Makes the grab, and that's the inning. And we're back on to the 4th. Here is Austin Riley. Snell back to work. And there's a base hit. So a man on base to start the inning.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. When you can turn a ball around at 107 off the bat, it's going to make you feel really good inside. If he elevates that a little bit more, it's definitely out of here.
And fouled off. Riley gets his lead at first. Nobody out. And he swings through that one.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
swing and a miss. That K is his third of the game. Marcell Ozuna coming up to hit. Fly to left his first time. Swing and a miss.
Boog, over 80% of his first pitches are strikes. You're doing that, you could have a really good day out there on the mound.
In the air, right field, Pages. Hauls it in for the out. And there's 2 down. Now in for the Braves, Michael Harris II. Doubled in his first AB. Swings through that one. 0-1.
Wow. That's not even close to the zone.
Squirts away a little bit.
0-2.
Fourth inning underway. No score. This one chopped up the middle. Whips it to first on the run. It's there, and that's a great play. Back here in L.A., leading off, Mookie Betts. That misses the zone. 1-0.
You know, these Dodgers, as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. They're chasing a lot of pitches outside the zone, and those chases are turning into a bunch of outs. Can they turn that around and stay within the zone? We'll see, but I think they have to.
It's a leadoff walk, and that's the go-ahead run.
Maybe a little loss of focus on the mound right there. Pretty much gifted him first base with a quick free pass.
Muncy in the box now. Takes strike one. That just misses. 1 ball, 1 strike. In there for a strike at the top of the zone.
1-2.
Outside. 2-2.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Called out on strikes. That was pretty nasty.
Well, just excellent location on that inside fastball. Really locked him up. And as a hitter, it's not typically what you're looking for. You're trying to protect away and then in, so you can be a little bit tardy with 2 strikes. Hard to tell if he was fooled or if he thought it would be called a ball, but either way, that's a really nice pitch.
Swing and a ball drilled in the air towards right center field. Under it is Acuna to make the grab. And there are 2 outs. And here is Will Smith. Flied to right his first time. Misses outside. And that is ball 1. 2 gone, but the go-ahead run is at first. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. That's foul off to the right side. Keeps the AB going. And that's a strikeout looking. Fastball at the letters. Froze him for a strike. Welcome back. Quite a pitcher's duel so far. Here's how the starters have performed up to this point. And a swing and a miss.
You know, these Braves definitely being aggressive at the plate, but I think it's fair to wonder if they're being a little over-aggressive. They're swinging at more than 70% of the first pitches they've seen today, and it's just not working out for them.
Ball.
On the ground to third. In the dirt. Nice pick.
Great job from the first baseman to get a little dirty on the plate for the catch. Just because it looked easy, that doesn't mean it was.
Wood now in the box. Comes up empty with a swing there. All tied up, and we're at the top of the 5th. And a swing and a miss there.
So hard to touch. I mean, at the top of the zone, 99, 98, even 97. As pitchers do such a good job of teasing that part of the zone, just elevating a little bit. It looks good because you see it for a good while as a hitter. Looks juicy, and by the time you swing, it's almost in the catcher's mitt.
line drive, and that's a base hit out into center field. And that extends the inning. And now it's going to be Sean Murphy. That one fouled off. To first, and he breaks for second. To second, and he's out. And the inning is over. And that's downstairs.
That's a ball.
And it's 1-0.
You know, these Dodgers showing great discipline at the plate, and patience definitely seems to be the name of their game in this one. They haven't produced a run yet, but the pitch count for the starter is starting to climb, so they're hoping that starts to pay off soon.
That one outside. 3-1.
And I think they're in a good spot thanks to their pitching, but no one would be shocked if this offense strings something together to take the lead.
And there's one down. And here comes Tommy Edman. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike. And that's a strike.
Quickly down 0-2 in the count. I think you got to choke up a little bit, spread out the feet. You don't know what the velocity or the location of this next pitch is going to be.
Now it's the right fielder, Andy Pajes. Fastball for a strike. On the corner for a strike.
No balls, 2 strikes.
The other way. So the batting order turns over. And next for LA, Freddie Freeman. That's inside. And it finds its way through for a hit. So that's 2 straight 2-out hits.
He was all over that one. There's nothing cheap about the way he got that one through the infield. That was ripped, caught out in front, and didn't get under it like he would have liked, but definitely put a good swing on it. A chance now to take the lead, and at this point in the game, that could be a deciding run. Pretty good pitch there to take a rip at. He wants to get his arms extended. He likes the ball away from him a little bit, just not able to square it up.
Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
He's in a tough spot.
Back here at Dodger Stadium. Start of the 6th, John Sciambi with Chris Singleton. And leading off, Sean Murphy. That one outside. Ball 1. Misses just off the outside edge. I think that was a strike.
2-0.
And there's a foul ball. And the next pitch is way outside.
A rare 3-ball count here. He's been throwing strikes all day. Got to be ready to hit if you're in the box.
High fly ball, right field. Pajes has a beat on it. And he makes the catch. And there's one down. Back to the leadoff spot in the Braves lineup. And here is Ronald Acuna Jr. That's outside. And that's ball 1.
Tried to backdoor him with that slider right there, but just missed off the plate. Good pitch, though.
That one not close. Ball 2.
When you get ahead in the count, there's no doubt that the success rate goes up, and that's what he's been doing. It's made a big impact for him in recent games.
Next offering is fouled back. Base is empty, 1 away, and we're in the top half of the 6th. Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
It really looks like these hitters have been in between with their timing today. Good fastball, excellent slider, but they've not been able to commit to one velocity and stay there.
Here is Austin Riley. 1 for 2. And a swing and a miss.
0-1.
And that one ripped to left, and a base hit right there. And with the inning still alive, here comes the heart of the order.
I'm sure he feels really good about that one. That's a good sound coming off the bat, man. And as he connected out front and ripped it into the outfield, That's one of those swings where you just don't even feel the ball hit the barrel. That's a pure stroke.
Riley off of first with 2 away. On the ground right side. Whips it to first. And Olsen is set down. And welcome back to the ballpark. Bottom of the 6th inning. Mookie Betts will get us started. And a foul ball. Betts, 32 years old. Can't forget to mention he's a former MVP. Pitch misses there, and it's 1-1. Fastball right back to the mound. Throws to first in time. Leadoff man retired in the 6th. And now it's Max Muncy. That's a little bit low.
You can expect this hitter to be looking for something on a tee. He can get up in the air and untie this ball game.
Swing and a miss. And the count 1-2.
1-2 is the count.
Battling here as he fouls it away. Swings through that, and it's a strikeout. Now 5 strikeouts for him on the mound. Here's Teoscar Hernandez. And that's in there at the knees for a strike. Next offering way off the plate. 2 outs, base is empty. The 1-1 is fouled off. And they'll do it again. Fastball is outside.
2-2.
Drilled out towards left center field. That's going back. Back some more. And that's going to bang against the wall. Safely into second. He's got a double.
All over that one right there. A well-deserved double on a great swing. Got everything going on time. He stayed balanced and he squared it up about as well as you could possibly ask. Now let's see if they can put up the first run of the game.
Next offering is outside.
Well, they're looking to get on the board first here after that clutch 2-out double made this inning interesting.
2-1.
I feel with the way that Will Smith is able to handle the bat, control the bat head, he's very capable of finding green space and driving in that run.
Here's a high chopper. Tosses to first, and they get the out on Smith. Inning. Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound. Blake Trinan. He's making his 4th appearance of the season. Ozuna, the leadoff batter, as he looks at ball 1. Swing and a miss, and he was fooled.
1-1.
This ball's chopped on the ground. Sends it to first. Ozuna is out. And now Michael Harris the second. Popped up. Betts settles underneath it. He's got it, and there's 2 away.
Hey, man, 4 pitches, 2 outs. That is an excellent pace.
Ozzie Albies up to the plate. Has grounded out a couple of times. That's off the mark. 1-0. Double-barreled action in the bullpen. Kirby Yates, the veteran right-hander, appears to be loosening up. Phillips, a hard-throwing right-hander, up as well. On the ground at first, but that rolls foul. Got the bat going too soon. It's strike 2.
1-2 is the count.
Swing and a miss. That one in the dirt. Smith gathers, throws. That completes the strikeout.
Now pitching for Atlanta.
Set for the last half of the 7th. And Kike Hernandez at the plate.
Slayton.
Rolled softly, but that goes foul. Slayton ready to fire now. Next offering misses down and away.
1-1.
Hit softly on the ground to third. Riley zips it across, and the leadoff hitter set down to open the seventh. Here's a switch hitter, Tommy Edman. 0 for 2 in this one. Swing and a tapper that rolls foul. Next pitch is outside. All tied up here at the bottom of the seventh. Drilled in the air, high and deep right field. And it's off the foul pole for a home run. He leads the yard to right. His second of the year, and they jump out front. It's 1-0.
That's a fun way to take the lead. Just hit one out of the park. Well, he really crushed that thing down the line, and everyone had to hold their breath until it clanked off the pole. And every time that happens, it just kind of feels like a trick shot or something. But really, it's just a stroke of luck that it stays fair long enough.
Here comes Freddie Freeman up to hit. In the air, left field, down the line. It gets down, a base hit. And that's going to get into the corner. The throw in. Now the number 2 hitter, Miguel Rojas. Here comes the man.
Pitching for Atlanta, number 77.
There's the strike.
Joe Jimenez.
Late swing, fouled off. Man at second. Struck him out swinging. Tied him up on a fastball inside. Betts in the box with 2 gone, and takes a look at a called strike. Here's a swing and a drive left field, and he knew it.
Looks like this guy was looking out over the plate.
The 4-0. And this is the Atlanta Braves taking on the Los Angeles Dodgers. Okay, all set to go. So now to the plate for Atlanta, Michael Harris II. And that's outside. And we are underway. Yeah, that's fouled off. So now 1-2.
I would throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again at the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Fights it off. You'll see another.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Swing and a miss, and he struck him out. And one gone.
That right there is one of those breaking balls that you swing through and you feel like you should have done something with it or at least spoiled it away. But when it's breaking in on you like that, if the spin is tight enough, it can actually tie you up.
And now it's Ronald Acuna Jr. One out, base is empty. Swing and a ground ball out to short. And it's through for a hit. Makes the turn and heads for second. And that's a two-bagger. Throws to second.
And if you're the pitcher, you can't be frustrated. You know this is going to be the toughest batter that you face tonight, and you're going to have to face him a couple of times. So you just tip your cap and hope that you can get the next guy out.
Here's Matt Olson. Hitless in the series so far. He's 0 for 7. And that one hammered. High bounce takes it over the fence. That's an automatic double. A run comes in on the play.
He puts a great swing on that pitch and drives home the run, and that was always going to be a double, but the bounce over the wall just took the guesswork out of it right away. It was a nice swing.
James Wood next up for the Braves. He was late there. Strike one.
If you're going to be a championship type of ball club, you've got to hit with runners in scoring position. And after last night's struggles, I'm sure this team is chomping at the bit to have this kind of opportunity here early in this game.
Swing and a miss. 0-2 now. Now a fly ball to right center. Conforto. And puts the squeeze on that one. And there are 2 down. Here's Marcell Ozuna. Way outside, and it gets away. Olson up to third on the wild pitch.
Have to be really sure you can make it safely to third when you're in scoring position and 2 outs. Got to get that run across. Very important. Does a nice job of reading it. Gets to third base. Now just 90 feet away.
That one misses. 3-0.
They've got him working a little harder in this first frame than he anticipated.
Swing and a miss. Chased it out of the zone.
Well, you know this guy wants to pitch up, something that he can hit hard and drive over the wall. But you've got to set your sights down a little bit. You can't lose your discipline and go after a pitch that you just can't do anything with.
2 outs. So now 2 on and 2 outs.
Well, a breaking ball in that 3-2 count kind of tells you that that's the pitch he has the most confidence in right now. Just couldn't find the strike zone.
Here's Austin Riley. 2 for 8 in the series so far. Ball one there.
At this point, the clean inning is over. Got to settle in, focus on the hitter, and get out of it with minimal damage.
Next offering is fouled back. Swing, and this one's bounced on the ground. Muncy. The throw to first. That ends the inning and stops things from getting out of hand. 2 men left. Bottom of the first. Freddie Freeman up to the dish. And that is out of play. Strider, a former All-Star. He features a 4-seam fastball, a slider, a curve, and he works in a changeup. Murphy hauls it in, and there's one away. And at the plate for the Dodgers, Ha-Seong Kim. And a strike on the outside edge. Swing and a foul back, and that's out of play. 1 down, base is empty. And ball 1.
Well, it's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just.
Oh, that got him. He had 2 strikes on him, and he hit him. Shohei Ohtani. The next to hit takes outside. Next offering is fouled back.
This is one of those situations defensively where you can't try to do too much. You got to make sure that you field the ball cleanly and get one out first. It's going to be tough to get two with this kind of speed in the batter's box.
Ripped to right, and Acuna able to make the grab.
Man, that's one of those at-bats where you have to remind yourself it's about the process. He did everything right there. Nothing to show for it. But in your mind, you have to convince yourself that it was a very good at-bat.
Swing and a ball lifted in the air left field. Pretty well struck. That one carrying. That'll make it out of here.
That's the exact definition of hitting the ball where it's pitched, taking that outside fastball and driving it the opposite way out of the ballpark. You want to bottle that type of approach.
Right-hander kicks, deals. Sliced hard but foul. Swing and a high fly ball out there towards left field. Wood sizes this one up. Squeezes it. That is the inning. That funky Muncy with the homer for... And we're back. New inning getting started. And the batter now, Zach Neto. Glass now back to work. Swings through the fastball up in the zone.
Well, just threw that fastball by him, elevated, and if you're not looking up in that location, very difficult to catch up to, especially with that velocity.
Swing and a miss. That's strike two.
Well, after putting up a nice inning on offense, got some runs across, this is where you look for the starter to go out there, have a shutdown inning. Don't give that other team any hope. You just hope that he can get through this inning, get the bats back up there while they're hot. Well, take a look at the three-pitch sequence here. Pretty simple in terms of putting them away at the plate. Once you're ahead 0-2 as a pitcher, you can really expand the zone and see how aggressive that hitter is going to be trying to protect and battle. And right there, clearly he was in swing mode, but all you can do is hope to foul that off.
Next offering is in for a strike.
I mean, that's perfect location, right on the black. I mean, over and over again, this guy demonstrates the ability to hit those spots. They're so tough to do anything with as a hitter.
Line to left, and that's just foul.
A healthy cut, tough pitch at 98, but a really good pass at the ball.
Strike three, and that's two in a row.
Man, that slider bearing in on your hands like that, it's just so tough to fight off. It's kind of like a cutter. It just can eat you up, saw you off. Tell you what, hitters have nightmares about that pitch. Perfectly executed out there on the mound.
So here's Murphy now, and first offering is fouled off. Late with the swing there.
Ahead 0-2 in the count. Sure, you've got four pitches you can work with, but throw something you can command and get this at bat over with as quickly as possible.
Glass now, ready and deals. Oh, that fastball drilled him. Michael Harris II digs in now. Struck out swinging his first time. Swing and a foul out of play. Out to short. They get the force. Out number 3. Back here in L.A., ready to go for the last half of the inning. And here's the veteran outfielder, Teoscar Hernandez. That one hit to right. Acuna has it sized up. Puts it away for the out. And there's one away. Will Smith to the plate. 0 for 6 in the series so far. Pitch misses. And that is ball 1. And that skips in the dirt.
Last couple of pitches breaking balls away. I think he's going to have to come firm inside to be able to open up that location if he wants to go back there later in this count.
And there's the automatic.
Clearly taking all the way there in that 3-0 count. It was a cookie right down the middle.
At 96, that pitch is in for a strike. And that's ball 4.
What a battle. It's not always easy laying off a 3-2 pitch, and I'll tell you what, he earned that ball.
Michael Conforto, the next to hit, takes ball one.
No, that's a ball.
No, he's really working him away this at bat. Sometimes take a little bit off velocity. Try to get a rollover, something on the ground. Stay away from that big hole on the right side of the infield.
Acuna makes the grab. 2 away. And now the center fielder, James Outman. On the outside corner, it's 0-1. On the inside corner for a strike.
Perhaps not quite ready to hit. First 2 pitches by him for a couple of strikes. Now back is against the wall. He's going to have to figure something out and figure it out quickly.
Got him. That ends the inning. So the Dodgers back here at the ballpark. Let's check out the latest news from around the league. And a fastball misses outside for a ball. And it's 1-0. Late on that fastball.
I think he was sitting off speed there.
On the ground, out to short. Over to first. Great pick.
Good stretch there to make the play. It looks like someone added a little yoga to their daily routine, if you ask me.
Matt Olson up to the plate. Doubled his first time up. Swings through that.
0-1.
Hit hard but foul off to the left. Swings and misses at the breaking ball in the dirt. Smith gathers, throws, out. 2 away now after the drop third strike.
Well, classic pitch sequencing there to change eye levels for the punch out. That fastball on the pitch before was up. It was very competitive, and that gets you thinking that he might try to climb the ladder. But then the curveball out of that same tunnel just falls off the table, and you can't make contact.
2 down, nobody on. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
Man, he was really tardy on that fastball. Great job of setting him up by throwing the curveball. Add some velocity to it on the next pitch. Can't catch up.
Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Two out, space is empty. Good job to fight that one off. This to center field. Outman coming on. Makes the grab. Tracks it down after the long. Back here at Chavez Ravine. And now the first baseman, Freddie Freeman. That's a strike. 0-1. Freeman handling the duties at first. 35 years old. And he was selected to the All-Star game last year. That one is absolutely belted. That's back there. And that ball is gone. And they boost their lead. It's 3-1. And a 7-1 finish in this one. Dave Roberts and company celebrate in the Here's the second baseman, Otto Lopez. Outside low. And we're underway here in the home opener. That misses the zone. Now 2-0. And that one in the air center field. Harris settles underneath it. Corrals it. And there's one away. And now the DH, Griffin Conine. Just off the outside edge. Ball one.
One ball, no strike.
And he pumps it a strike.
One ball, one strike.
And that misses. 2-1. One out, base is empty. Next pitch off the plate. Now 3-1. That one the other way. Calls it in, and there's 2 away.
It's never fun going back to the dugout after hitting a line drive that finds a glove, but you will get some high fives. You know, when you make great contact, you feel like you've done everything right. But in this game of baseball, not everything is in your control.
Xavier Edwards stands in now and watches strike one. Foul ball. The next pitch misses, and the count 1-2. Soft contact in the air and makes the play, and that's out number 3. Back at Truist Park and getting to start, Ryan Weathers.
Well, last year kind of around the league average in terms of ERA, and you know what? That's why you have 5 different spots in the starting rotation. You've got to have people round things out, and not everyone's going to pitch like a number 1 or number 2 every outing or every season. But last year, he gave his team an opportunity and a chance to win every time he took the mound on average. And when you look at that kind of performance, it has a place on every ball club.
Here's Ronald Acuna Jr. at the plate. And a foul ball. Riley aboard here at first with nobody out. Next one is off the plate. 1-1. This one in the air. Lopez hauls it in for the out. 1 away.
Batting third.
Here's the Atlanta Braves lineup. And it's clear the most important job they have today is getting to the starting pitcher early and often.
No doubt about that. That's the best way to disrupt a game. But can they do it? Certainly something for us to pay attention to in this one, partner.
Just missing there. Now 1-2.
Boog, he never moved because he never had time to. But that kind of velocity, you'd prefer that pitcher work away.
Got him swinging. And there's 2 away.
Batting fourth.
And here comes Ozzie Albies to the dish. Line drive. Myers makes the grab, and that ends. Back here in Atlanta, now the third baseman, Connor Norby. And the first offering a fastball for a strike. And that one wrapped foul. That one 95 to finish him off.
Gosh, here it is, hit it. 3-pitch strikeout, all fastballs. Man, he's got a lot of confidence in that pitch right now.
Jonah Bride at the plate and takes high there. No score here in the second. Next offering misses, and now 2-0. Clyde Washington with home plate duties in this one.
A little bit of a low zone, Boog, from Clyde. Nothing crazy, though. Pitchers that work consistently down around the knees and are able to command their off-speed stuff tend to have some pretty good success with him back there behind the plate.
Fastball is outside. Chris, do players ever change their approach in meaningful ways based on who's umpiring, or is it good to just be aware of tendencies so you're not that surprised?
I'd say the latter, because pitcher's got to pitch to his strengths regardless. The hitter's got to hit to his strength. So you're aware of it, but you have to just hunt for what you can handle.
As the game has moved along, we see more and more information supplied by teams about the umpires. I've been in clubhouses where they have pictures of all 4 guys nicknames, hometowns, and as well hobbies listed, just so you can kind of small talk the umpire a little. Handles, throws to first. Back here at Truist Park, home of the Braves since 2017. These fans didn't experience a home postseason game a year ago, but the Braves did qualify as a wild card team before getting swept by the Padres.
Yeah, that was a tough series for Atlanta. They played a doubleheader for seeding purposes the day after the regular season was scheduled to finish.
Sharp grounder, that's through for a base hit. So a man aboard now with one away. And next for Atlanta, James Wood. Lifted in the air, out to left. Myers makes the grab for the second out. Zach Neto next up for the Braves. Turned on, but that's foul down the third baseline. Ozuna, the runner at first with two gone. That one misses, and the count 1-2.
1-2.
And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Swings and hits one in the air out towards right field. Sanchez settles under it and makes. Lopez back to work. Lifted in the air, left field, pretty well struck. Harris hauls it in, and there's one away. Looks like the weather could actually play a factor in this one. It's coming down pretty good.
Yeah, it is, and it's not too bad yet, but the field's not going to be able to hold up if the rain gets any worse than this. So keep an eye on the pitcher's mound as well, and the rest of the infield start to puddle up a little bit.
And 1-2.
His understanding of the strike zone, very impressive. That was a very close 0-2 fastball. I just don't know how you take that.
And down on strikes he goes. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one.
No, just couldn't pull the trigger on the fastball right there, and I don't think he was taking it, thinking it might be a called ball or anything. I just think he was flat out frozen. Did not expect that location, in my opinion.
Acuna makes the grab, and welcome back to the ballpark. Set for the bottom of the third. Here's Sean Murphy. This one popped up. Foul ground, first base side. Makes the catch, and there's one gone. Back to the top of the lineup, Austin Riley next up for the Braves. Swings through that one.
0-1.
Just missed. And a big swing and a miss.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Swings and misses. Pulled the string on the changeup.
You know, varying speeds can be just as useful for a pitcher as movement. As you see right there, it really wasn't a great location, but the fact that the velocity change had the hitter off balance, and that's all you got to do sometimes.
Here's Acuna now. He popped out his first time. Check swing. Now we'll look down to first. Did not go.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Swing and a miss. And it's 1-2.
Man, he really sells the changeup with that arm action.
Next pitch is outside.
Executed that pitch very nicely, just missed with it.
Out to center. And that is that. And we're back. All set for the start of the inning. And at the plate for Miami, Otto Lopez. Just off the inside edge.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Right side. Acuna. Makes the grab, 1 down. Griffin Conant, the next up for the Marlins. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. Right through there for a strike.
It doesn't seem to like the pitch up. Hasn't offered on either one of those pitches. 0-2 count now. I think the guy's going to climb the ladder out there.
He's got it. And there's 2 away.
That's just a really nice catch on the run right there. He saved extra bases for sure. If the pitcher's his friend, he'll give him a second to catch his breath before he's ready to deal the next pitch.
The shortstop takes a ball. The Fish still looking for their first hit in this one. And he bunts, but that's a foul ball. Rips one to right. Go ahead run on base. Connor, there goes the runner. Pitch in for a strike. Throw, save.
You know, nights like this when it seems harder to score, I like the call to put him in motion and try to steal the base. Ball's not carrying, no home runs so far, so trying to manufacture some offense like this may be the way to go.
And a ball and 2 strikes. That one missed. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball.
Well, he got challenged with a good fastball right there. Just couldn't catch up.
On the outside corner, got him looking. 1 hit, 1 left. And midway in the back at Truist Park, ready to go, bottom 4. Now in for the Braves, Matt Olson. And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
You know, these Braves, as you probably noticed, haven't been shy at the plate at all. In fact, they've probably been too aggressive at times. The numbers tell us they're swinging at the first pitch more than 90% of the time. And that's an extremely high number, especially when you're not getting results, Boo.
Misses inside.
2 balls,
and that's
1
ball
strike.
2. Tapped at the plate, but it's a foul ball. Here's a 2-2. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. Here's the pitch to Olson. That one outside, and now it's 3-2.
2 strike.
Well, he's having a tough time getting a pitch by him. As a hitter, you feel pretty confident that you're seeing different pitches still able to make some type of contact.
Weathers fires. Caught him looking for the K.
I guarantee he's going to check the tape on that last pitch when he gets a chance, because he thought it was ball 4, and he wasn't wrong. And it was a close pitch. Definitely not an easy call, but especially after a long at bat, that'll drive you crazy getting rung up like that.
Here is Ozzie Albies up to hit. He's 0 for 1. He swings and misses at the first pitch. 0-1.
No ball, 1 strike.
Swing and a miss. There's that changeup.
A lot of times you'll see a pitcher maybe double up on a pitch. This guy will throw it 3 times, 4 times in a row because hitters just can't lay off of it.
Edwards slings to first. Already 2 gone here in the home 4th. So now to the plate for Atlanta, Michael Harris II. Bouncer to second. Can't pick it up with the bare hand. Safe at first, no play. We'll see how they score this. Here comes Ozuna up to the plate. 1 for 1 with a single so far. Weathers checks over to first, and he's back. Fastball is outside.
You have to be creative pitching against bad ball hitters. You got to add some velocity, subtract at times. Just avoiding the heart of the plate isn't always going to be enough. Guys like this can hurt you with pitches you wouldn't expect them to swing at.
And that's the inning. And foul ball.
You know, these Marlins just aren't putting together very many good at-bats in this one. Just one base runner to this point, and it's not exactly early anymore. They have guys in this lineup capable of sparking something, but it just hasn't happened for them yet.
Dunks one into left. Man aboard on the leadoff single. Jesus Sanchez, the next odd choice here. They intentionally walk him, and the runner now into scoring position. Ramirez at the plate now, and that's inside. There's a strike.
Back-to-back fastballs in. That last one called for a strike. Probably go away, but look for him to come back in there to try to finish you off.
Fouls it back with 2 strikes. In the air, left field. Wood turns to the right on the move. And there's one down. Now the left fielder, Dane Myers. And a breaking ball misses outside.
Well, all eyes on the double play ball in this spot. No better way to get out of this inning.
Runners at first and second with 1 gone. That one missing inside.
Tough spot right here. A couple runners on. 2-ball count. You can't nibble, but you have to execute and finish your pitch. If you leave something out over the plate, it's going to bring in some runs.
Swing and a fly ball, well struck left field. Wood sizing this one up. 2 down. Derek Hill getting ready to hit. That's in there. Right over at second. Sanchez on at first with 2 down. Swing and a miss, and that is that. Back here in Atlanta, bottom of the inning, here's the left fielder, James Wood. Ryan Weathers will get back to work. That one at the knees for a strike.
You know, these Braves definitely being aggressive at the plate, but I think it's fair to wonder if they're being a little over-aggressive. They're swinging it more.
Can't glove it cleanly, and he's going to make it to first, and we'll see how they score.
Leadoff man aboard on the air, and that puts your pitcher in a little bit of a tough spot right away to start the inning, not where you want to be. So we'll see if he's able to work around it and pick the defense up.
Neto swings through it for strike 1. Missed with a changeup, and now it's even 1-1.
So those first pitch numbers tell me they should try to find a way to slow this game down a bit. Things have been moving just too quickly for him at times.
Swing and a high fly ball deep left field. That's back and out of here. He circles the bases. His second of the year. It's 2-0.
He just sent this stadium into a frenzy. They're going nuts. Looks like this guy was looking out over the plate, but he was ready to turn on the inside fastball. So direct to the pitch. Absolutely blasted out of this ballpark.
Sean Murphy next up for the Braves. And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
1-0.
And that one fouled off. Swings and misses. And the count 1-2.
Can be tough to bounce back after a big home run, but nobody on, nobody out. You just have to treat it as a fresh inning.
Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. battling here as he fouls it away. Nobody out with a pair of runs across in the frame. Last half of inning number 5. Up and in, now 2-2.
Ball 3. 3-2.
Swings and misses. He battled for a long time, but it finishes with a strikeout. You can't be mad at yourself after an at-bat like that one. So the lineup flips over. Digging in, Austin Riley. That's a strike thanks to the sweeper.
No
Signs
ball.
of activity in the pen for the Marlins. Jesus Tinoco appears to be getting loose. Martinez warming up as well.
That's the ball.
That's outside. And that's ball 1.
1 ball, 1 strike. Ball.
Still only 1 out here in the inning. Swing and a chopper out to short. Whips it across. 2 out. And here is Ronald Acuna Jr. 0 for 2 in this one. First pitch swinging.
0-1.
And he swings over the top there.
0-2.
Quickly in an 0-2 count, you've got to figure out a way to shorten your path to the baseball. Put it in play somewhere, then you got a chance.
Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. Braves pick up 2 on the long ball. And welcome back to the ballpark. Start of the 6th, John Shambi with Chris Singleton. And leading off, Otto Lopez. On the ground to third. Throw pulls him off the bag, and he's safe.
Well, it's been a struggle on offense for them in this one, so maybe that wakes them up a little bit. You know, an error can certainly give the opposing lineup something to get excited about. You got somebody on base, so we'll see if they can make something of it.
Hard hit, base hit. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
Well, when you fall behind in the count, you've got to come into the zone, and then guys have a better chance of hitting the ball hard like he did right there.
Edwards in the box now. Takes strike 1. Swing and a high fly ball out towards right field. Under it is Acuna to make the grab. And next will be the cleanup hitter, Connor Norby. Swing and a miss, strike 1.
At the dish, looking to lift the ball in the air in this spot. Anything but the inning double play, Boog.
With the go-ahead run at the plate, and we're at the top half of the 6th. That pitch just misses the inside corner. Going to count 1 and 2. And there's a ball.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
And a foul ball. He stays alive.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Fouled off again, and it remains 3 and 2. Got him looking. He didn't make it easy for him on the mound, but they still get the strikeout.
Well, they've had a great plan of attack for tonight. I mean, finding all the holes in his swing and his approach, just frustrating for him up there. You strike out a guy 3 times in a game, I think that guy's got to go back and really study some video with his hitting coach, figure out how they're beating him, make this adjustment really quick, because word will get around the league in a hurry.
Lopez, the lead runner at second. Conide at first, 2 out of the inning. Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2. Headed towards the corner. And that's a foul ball.
Also really good at bat. What I like about this guy, his bat stays in the zone for a long time. Gives him the ability to foul off tough pitches.
Lopez fires. Pitch misses. It's a ball and 2 strikes.
2 strikes.
Swing and a high fly ball. That one out towards left center field. Way back there. Onto the track. And he makes the catch.
pitching for
Back
Miami.
now for the bottom of the sixth, and there's a new pitcher on the mound. Jesus Tinoco.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
Olsen stands in now, looks at that one inside. Swing and a miss.
1-1.
And that one hit to first. He'll do it himself.
Yep,
One up, one down.
Now batting, second baseman, Ozzie
Albies up to the plate. He swings and fouls one off. Albies, multi-time All-Star, 28 years old, and he's a native of Curacao. Swing and a miss as he was out front that time. Activity in the bullpen. Declan Cronin up and loosening in the pen. Fights it off. He'll see another. Gets a piece and stays alive. Comes up empty as he chases that one in the dirt. Gets to it onto first. In time for the second out. Good job to clean it up after the drop third strike.
Well, that slider was way out of the zone, and for me it just comes down to not seeing the pitch out of the hand, not tracking it into the zone, and then also being a little bit anxious, not confident in your two-strike approach. And so when a guy's in that position, you get him to commit early, and a lot of times you get the swing and miss as you did right there.
Hit in the air, center field. Hill settles underneath it, and that will end the inning. Welcome back as we take a look at their upcoming schedule.
Right fielder, Jesus Sanchez. Now pitching for the Braves, number 52.
That one misses in the dirt.
Abreu.
Line drive, and that should be extra bases. Now he'll turn for second. And he greets the new arm from the bullpen with a double.
Everything came together perfectly for him right there. Just a cookie down the middle. I mean, those are the ones you dream about. Ones in the cage, you're just
Hola Santiago, ¿todo bien? ¿Y tú?
game. Right down the middle, not a whole lot of velocity, right on top of it. Now that sets up a huge at bat in this ball game.
And the batter now, Agustin Ramirez. With the tying run at the plate, here the top half of inning number 7. Harris after it. He's got it, and there's one down.
Every day during batting practice, these outfielders get about 10 minutes of balls in the gaps. They practice this, and when the game comes, they make the play perfectly.
Myers stands in here, leaves that one off the inside. Swing and a miss, and it's 1-1. And he gets that fastball by him upstairs.
1-2.
Fly ball center field. Harris pulls it down, and there's 2 gone. So up next, Derek Hill. That's through there for a strike. Sanchez at second with 2 down. Fouled off. He was late. Some heat there at 98 miles an hour. And we're back. Now it's the DH, Marcelo Zuna. Tinoco back to work. Out in front with the swing, and that is strike 1.
He normally does damage on that pitch in that location. Just a swing and a miss there. I don't think you want to throw it again, though.
And it's strike 2.
2 strike.
Left field, way back there. Could be extra bases. Takes the turn. He's digging for second. And he's going to get to second with nobody out.
He went up there and got it. With 2 strikes, I'm not going to leave this in the umpire's hands. I'm going to be aggressive. It was in a location where you could get those arms extended that he loves to do. So nice job right there, coming back in that at bat.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. And next for Atlanta, James Wood. No outs, runner on second. And the pitch is outside, ball 1.
1-1.
Hit in the air, left field. Grabs it on the run. 1 down.
Well, those can be pretty fun as an outfielder. Got to put it into his highest gear and go a long way to track that one down. Nothing better than that. You feel like a wide receiver playing football.
Now in for the Braves, Zach Neto. Can't forget the 2-run shot he launched out of here in the 5th.
Yeah, one of the biggest swings of the game, Boog, as he looks to make even more of an impact in this at-bat right here.
To the right side, Bright takes it to the bag, steps on first, and it's out number 2. And now, Sean Murphy. Strike 1.
No ball. 1 strike.
That one down the line, and it goes just foul. 2 outs and a runner at third. Here at the bottom of the 7th. Swings through it for the K. Gassed it right by him. Back at Truist Park. Now it's the second baseman, Otto Lopez. First pitch just misses.
No, that's the ball. 2-0.
This one lifted in the air, left field. Wood makes the grab, 1 away. Griffin Conine, the next up for the Marlins. And that's through there for a strike. 0-1. Swings through that one out in front that time. Got him looking, and he didn't like the call.
Well, it's just a great job of playing catch with the catcher. Exactly where the catcher set up is where he threw that pitch, and probably fooled the umpire a little bit because there was no budge at all.
Edwards stands in here, takes ball 1 low. Lifted in the air, right center field. Can't get there, and now maybe extra bases. The throw to second is offline.
Pretty much just a textbook double into the gap, and when you can drop one in there between the outfielders, you know you're making the turn at first. Just an excellent swing. Really important at bat coming up now.
And that one fouled off.
As a pitcher, you know the runner on second is ready to push things with his speed. A base hit's probably going to be a big run, so you really have to execute on the mound.
And that one misses up and in. And the count is 2-2. Swing and a ball lifted in the air, shallow left field. He's got it, and that's the 3rd out. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th, Seth Martinez.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
And that one handled to first. 1 gone to the bottom of the 8th.
Really nice job to get your first out of the ball game.
Right fielder.
And here is Ronald Acuna Jr. 0 for 3 in this one. A swing and a miss, and that's strike 1. Action in the pen down there. Declan Cronin, the hard-throwing righty, is up and loosening. Ripped to short. To first, but it pulls him off the bag.
That's a play you expect your shortstop to make pretty much every time. Pretty routine. Hard to tell if he didn't get a great grip on it or the mechanics on him just broke down, but that gives this offense an extra out to work with.
And first offering is fouled off. Acuna at first, 1 gone. Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
Let's see if he's willing to use the whole field right here. Definitely pounding him away.
stays alive. Man at first, one away. Double play ball to second. Good feed. That's one. And it's a double play to end the inning. All set to start the ninth in this one. Stepping in, Jonah Bride. And a slider misses down and away.
1-0. That's out the corner.
Next offering is in for a strike. Inside, just missed. And a big swing and a miss.
3 balls, 2 strikes.
Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
He's locked in at the plate when he's using the whole field. He was out in front there. Just needs to let the ball travel a little more, and his timing will be back on track. Good pitch for the strikeout.
And now the manager out of the...
Now pitching for the Braves. Number 26. Raisel Iglesias.
That's in there. It's 0-1. Iglesias, 35 years old, and he was born in Cuba. That to right. And Acuna able to make the grab. Marlins down to their final out. Now, Agustin Ramirez. And the first offering is not close. And that's in for a strike. Iglesias is just 1 strike away. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Fights that one away, still 1-2. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball.
Clearly trying to stay back a little bit longer for that changeup as he fouls that fastball back.
Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. And that's too high. Just misses with that one.
That turns out to be a really good take right there, but you don't want to end this game with the bat on your shoulder.
And a swing and a miss, and that is the ball game. 2-0 your final here in this one. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show.